the agenda is one of the global co-chairs for the Space Generation Advisory Council. Jim Volp, who has been doing, you probably all got the emails from him over the SG Talk list. You've probably seen him. He's famous inside the space generation circles. He's been with us for about 5 years now and has finally gone up the chain of command all the way to being a global co-chair, which is the top level executive branch of the Space Generation Advisory Council. So Jim is the boss of all of us, for as much as any of us have a boss that make us do any of these things, these crazy space things that we do. Jim is currently getting our...
That we have taken here is, I'm saying that we appreciate that very much. But you have to realize that. Joining the club means that you should realize that you have a responsibility actually. A little bit about the structure, that is the boring part, so we're going very fast. The most important thing is we're global. Okay? Very few organizations on this planet can say that they're global. The UN, of course, but NASA, which is doing great stuff, they're not global. They're seeing the world from a certain perspective. A term, 3 eyes. If you have ever looked on the internet, if you ever had an interaction with the International Space University, you understand that is basically their slogan. And it is important, 3 eyes. The 3 eyes are international. And because we're international, we're also intercultural. And we don't all have the same professional background or the educational background, so we're interdisciplinary. The one thing that I always like to add to the 3 eyes, is the last part, is interpersonal. It's working one person with another person. Funny thing is actually, we can even add more eyes a little later. The last time, what was it, the Strasbourg meeting, a couple of 2 months ago or something, it was the president of ISU who actually added a new eye, intergenerational. That is a very important one as well. We can learn from people that have a lot of experience, and they can guide us a little bit, and they can also be happy again because we're so enthusiastic. So we can sort of use the same spirit as probably in the Apollo ages when everything is possible. We can give that back to them. We're global, so basically we have regional concentrations. This is just a list from the website of in which countries we have what we call a point of contact. And a point of contact is really what the word says. It allows us to be in contact with that country, with the space activities, the youth space activities in that country. That is the duty of that point of contact. Tell us what's happening in Burkina Faso. I have no idea. Even in Spain, I don't speak Spanish, so I need somebody here to help me understand what the issues are here and what great things are happening. This is very impressive, as you see. And we are always looking for more points of contact. Ultimately, we want everybody in the world to be our point of contact, or at least in each city to have a point of contact, in each university. I think Chris or Tim mentioned that already. That's the SETS vision. Everywhere where it happens, you want to be part of it. What are our goals? Well, back in 1999, there were a couple of things that we said that we want to do in the new millennium. So let's do it. What we also want to do very much is show what young people are doing themselves. Because that shows how passionate they are. And that also legitimizes the professionals that their job is necessary. The guys who work on the Mir rovers, the Mars rovers, they need to be told that what they're doing is awesome, is great. We need to tell their bosses, we need to tell their bosses, we need to tell the government that they need to, keep doing these things and maybe do more. So, and we need to bring that back to the UN. This information that we're gathering of what's going on all around the world, we need to feed that back to the system at high level possible, given our unique position in the UN. At the same time, as I said, we want to do things. And because we're young, we want to do things to learn, to make mistakes, to get the skills that later when we get a job, we actually need. So we're a sandbox, I think you call it. We have fun, but at the same time we're learning skills that are essential when you get a job, I can tell you. I can even tell you that probably I learned more from space generation than I learned in my job. Because of talking to people, working together as a team, having meetings, taking decisions, all those things that we take for granted, it's something that you need to learn how to do effectively. So this is your opportunity to do that. Again, I always hammer on the network, okay? Because a network basically means you have a good team. And a team can do great things, right? Team sports are there to do together something nice. If we have enough people, then we can be taken seriously. That is what I write down, that we can be a watchdog for space agencies. I think watchdog is a little bit of a negative word, but I think positively. Again, we need to tell those guys that what they're doing is really great and we can't get enough of it. So we want to get a network and we want to use that. So that's another couple of 3 I's. Inform everybody of what's going on. Inspire people around you. And get involved. And involve them as well. Here's a couple of pictures. They're a little bit old pictures. I mean, people that have been around a little bit, they know that after this Congress we have thousands of pictures, you know, because everybody uploads them to the new tools that we have. I didn't have time to update the slides. These are a little bit old, but it does give a very nice scale of what we're doing. We're doing parties, but not because we like partying, but because we think that it's a very effective tool to show space to people that normally maybe don't interact with space. So it's an opportunity to tell a person, you know, remote sensing is awesome because, etc. Yeah? You can't do that at a party. So the party is not the main thing. It's a way to communicate with people. In the beginning years, I will not go into that so much, but people have gone to Africa to tell people in Africa why space is important. Okay, that's a challenge, given their resources, their viewpoint. Why do you want to tell an African that space is important? Of course, we all know that it is. Some of our successes, Yuri's Night, that's a party, it keeps growing, more and more people know about it, people already start asking when the next one is. Well, it's always on or around the 12th of April, because that is when you're together. Us, every year we manage to organize ourselves, we pay the fees to come here, to have a good time with each other, to build these links between us, this emotional links, you know, this friendship that we get.